everyone, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 17. Oh. Today, I have for you a Christmas craft that we will be doing. I saw these trees at Meyer, and I said, those could look really cool. So, I have my paints here. I'm not sure exactly what I want it to look like yet, but it'll come together as it is happening. I also thought that while I was painting, I could tell some stories about the fam, about my friends, and the shenanigans that we get into together, and just how awesome they are. So, let's go. Okay, so I was thinking that we could make this very classy looking. I really like the idea of this like shiny silver and shiny gold. I'm thinking maybe if we could do trees that are white and silver, then maybe we could add some like gold accents to it and it could be very like classy looking. Maybe just gold trunks. Ooh, that could look really good. Okay. Plan enacted. Go team. Team me. Just me. No help. That's fine. So, my friends, the fam. I don't know how we started calling each other the fam. I don't know why that happened or how that happened. We met working at an auditorium that it was owned by our university, so we all went to the same college. The auditorium itself was a very fun and interesting environment in that like all of the people that worked there were very, very close. Like, it was not just, oh, we're coworkers. It's like, oh, we do literally everything together now. I hope you're ready for it. And I was, because, I had some other friends, but not, anything that I was super, super involved with. And so I was ready for it. I was down to be in the cult. So the four of us all bonded because during parties, we were all kind of like awkward and didn't know who to talk to. So we would all be sitting on the couch. We were just the slightly less outgoing people, but then I think once we became friends, we became much more outgoing, and probably annoying, but we were having a great time. Okay, so there's each of us. My name, hello, is Megan. We also have Kelly and Emily and Shay. Well, this is a lot lighter than I thought it would be. Let's test it out on the floor. We'll test out this color to see if it's too light. So there's the floor. Danger! So we could talk about each person. Let's do that. Oh, this is, well, maybe it's a silver. You know what I think I'll do? I have a gray. I think I might paint with the gray and then go over it with this, just to make it like look like an actual silver instead of just a sparkle white. But it kind of makes the floor here look like snow, so it's working out. We're all right. So first there is Kelly. Kelly is an Enneagram 1. She is a Ravenclaw, and she is an ISTJ. And if you do your research, then now you know everything you need to know about her. I appreciate her ability to look at situations objectively and to give a very informed opinion. I also appreciate her objectivity during like more social situations and emotional situations, because I am an ISFJ, meaning that I feel very deeply, and sometimes I can have trouble with that. And even if I know that they make sense logically, I don't want them to because I feel a certain way. And she's like, no, this is how it is, okay? And eventually I'll come around and be like, yeah, you're right, I guess. I really appreciate that about her, especially in the light of that's just like something that I lack. So in having that in a friend is very helpful in my life. It's really funny because she gets like super, just like randomly super interested in specific things and just like learns everything about them. So like she knows a ton about frogs. So you could ask her about frogs and she will know everything you'll need to know about like acquiring and taking care of a frog. And other just like random things that she finds interesting. She'll just learn everything about. And I think that's really cool. Now I'm gonna paint the gray on these 3. So next we have Emily. Emily is an Enneagram 4. She is an INFJ / ENFJ. She's about 50-50. Wait, oh, I have a whiter white. Okay, we're using this. I should have looked through my paints before I started painting. Emily, and she is a Gryffindor. And in my head, like if I'm choosing which of those 3 descriptors describes her best and like most succinctly, I think Gryffindor does. A Gryffindor-y Gryffindor. Okay, I think this gray is looking good. I really like it. And then we have Shay. Shay is just a wonderful person. She is an Enneagram 7. I believe she is also an INFP, which is interesting because her and Emily are very different people, but they are like almost the same Myers-Briggs. And she is either a Slytherin or a Ravenclaw. I like to think Slytherin because then that would mean we have one of each house, because I'm a Hufflepuff. And you know, that's just balance. Her real personality is somewhere in between a Slytherin and a Ravenclaw, and I fully believe that. Shay is really hilarious. She is just so funny. Like, her sense of humor is different than mine. Not that we don't think the same things are funny, because we have some humor in common, but she just like makes jokes and says things that I would have like never come up with or never thought of. So like I never really know what's gonna come out of her mouth. And she's just so funny and it's hilarious. I love it. Shay's like she's very outgoing and fearless at times, and that's something that I appreciate about her. Something that her and Emily are kind of similar on is that when they're comfortable, they can be very like loud in the best kind of way. And Shay's just very much like, she will encourage me to get out of my shell, and I think she's just like the life of the party. She's ready to help people, get going and get excited, making sure everybody's having a good time and that everybody's taken care of. So once we became friends, like good friends, we all decided that we should take a class together. So we all decided to take ballroom dance class together, which was really a fun and interesting time. So we would have dance class I think it was Tuesday and Thursday. And then after dance class, we all had a little bit of time before our next class. So we all had time to eat lunch. And so we would go to the student union. We would eat lunch together down in this like little cafe. And we were just adorable. So one day, it was time to go. So when we were getting up, Shay was like, well, it was great like chatting with you ladies. And I was like, that is the most like middle-aged mom leaving brunch thing to say, like it was just very out of place because we ate lunch together. It wasn't anything unusual. It was something we did all the time. So I was like, I thought that was hilarious to say. So since it was such a middle-aged mom thing to say, I was like, oh, no problem, Brenda. I really enjoyed our time. Or something like that, you know, something to that effect. The joke was started that we were all middle-aged moms. And so we were like, oh, okay, so if we're all middle-aged moms, what would our names be? So Shay stuck with the name Brenda that I gave her. I decided mine would be Linda. If I remember right, I think I took inspiration from Linda Belcher on Bob's Burgers. Kelly chose Angie. Emily chose Helen. Officially, we are Angie, Brenda, Linda, and Helen. That's our origin story. So this is what we have so far. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to go over the white trees with a whiter white. And then I'm going to, once the gray dries, go over the gray with the like shiny silver to make it sparkle. Okay, so I know another story I can tell you. I can tell you the origin story of the name of this channel. Everyone's been wondering, I know. What we did was about, I think it was like literally once a week, every single week for a long time. We would get dinner together. I know you would never have guessed by the name of the channel. So we would get dinner together. If I remember right, for a while we were trying to get dinner at places all around town. Like every single week we would go to a different place. But eventually we ran out of places we all wanted to go. So our go-tos were Applebee's and Wendy's. Kind of became like iconic for us. And so we would call it fam dinner because we called ourselves the fam and we were eating dinner together. And it was just like a planned occasion that we had that we all shared. And so when we wanted to make this channel, we were thinking long and hard about what we wanted the name of it to be. And we said, we thought fam dinner would be perfect because it's something that we all do together and something that we can share. So yeah, that's the origin story of the name of our channel. Okay, so this is where we are right now. I'm very happy with it. Some of the edges, like right here and right here where the white and the silver meet, are not very good, but I'm going to fix them up when it's dry. Next, I'm going to paint the trunks to be gold because I think that'll be really pretty. Shay is a very supportive friend. And I don't think she's recognized for that enough. She's very much like, if you have a problem with someone and you're telling her about it, she will always tell you, like, this, you need to do what's good for you. Like, you should not be worried about other people or what, you know, what they're trying to say about you or take from you or anything like that. Like, you need to do what's right for you, and if that doesn't work for them or if they don't like it, then, like, too bad. And that is something that I really admire in her. Again, because sometimes that's something that I need to hear, you know? And so I was realizing, like, I think that the traits I admire the most in my friends are the ones that I feel I'm lacking on. And so I really appreciate that about them. And I think that's what, even though we're all very different people, like, obviously we make up the 4 different Hogwarts houses. We're all different Enneagram types. We're all different people and we think differently. But I think that makes us really good for each other and really work well together. Because where, you know, I can't do something for myself, like think something in a certain way for myself, they will be thinking that way and they'll tell me, like, this is what, you know, this is my perspective. And so on your problems or on situations in your life, they can give you different perspectives, which is really valuable in seeing things outside of just your own point of view. And so I really like that about them, that we're all different, but we can kind of work well together to help each other out. So I finished it up. I added the silvery sparkly to the whole thing So you can kind of see it has a shimmer to it now. I was very unsure about it, but you had to trust the process, you know? I think it turned out really well and it looks very classy. And I am excited. I'm very excited. I hope you enjoyed painting with me and hearing me just gush about my friends and how much I love them. And I will see you on day 20. If you would like to see what my friends have been up to, you can go check out the channel, see everything that we've been uploading. And I will see you later. Bye.